Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Welcome, cast and crew, back to Nocturne, a Curse of Strahd Tale. My name is Ryan McManus, and I will be your director for today. You can find me running the Cast Party socials at Cast Party D&D or on my personals at Ryan.McManus, and I'm joined today by my lovely cast and crew, ready to meet a newcomer. We have Vince.
Hi, Vince Perino, playing Theren, the Man of Hope seeking retribution. You can find me at all my socials at Dr. Stoice. It's like Blastoise without the bleh.
We have Christian.
Hey guys, I'm playing Enzo, a big guy with a cat, and you can't find me on social media, but check your attic. I might be there.
We have May.
Hi, I'm May, and I'm playing Zielle, who's here to slay everything and everyone at the ball. Positive. And I'm May LaFay on social media, and I just want you all to know that we are recording this episode on a full blood moon eclipse. That's all.
It could not be more fitting. It's actually wild.
Surely not an omen.
Back for his 24th intro. We have Jose.
Hi everybody, Jose here. I'm playing Alizzato, bearded druid-like creature that is having an existential crisis in Strahd's castle. You can find me in all socials at DMJoseG and hopefully soon on YouTube as well.
And finally, we have Betty.
Hey, my name is Betty. I am Betty the Beholder on all socials, and I play Dahlia, your constellation of melancholia. All by herself in Strahd's castle. Fuck.
We will figure out how Dahlia got there in our wonderful little recap poem. All dolled up, the carriage rode off. The masquerade awaits at the hall of Castle Ravenloft. Arriving at the steps, you saw a woman pushed away. Marie-Pierre Chouchon lost her invitation on the way. So confident as ever, Zielle walked right past, Dahlia to her side and the doorman not halting in your tracks. You saw the castle again, some doors now open, decorated and lively, though your party, this time broken. The dance hall awaited, DJ Ravenloft spinning the beats, before a man dressed in gold and green brought the heat. Asking Dahlia to dance, you found it to be Vasily, your forgotten savior, asking you why you had returned after he did you such an enormous favor. Parting on the floor, Dahlia, confidence through the roof. She went off fucking alone in Castle Ravenloft at level 6, but what can I say? She's just a silly goose. Leaving the others, the music began to swell. The group dance awaited, switching partners after Zielle. Theren completed his first dance, his studying coming in clutch, but Alizzato was left alone with a man cold to the touch. Dressed in vines and leaves, it was a truly horrifying sensation, as Ali looked not upon family, but his first reincarnation. Dahlia alone, down a hall, got literally jump scared by a mechanism before bolting it to the face with a feeling of heroism. Still off her rocker, bolstered to no end, she set forth further, only to come across a friend. As she opened the doors, dancing violently with the undead, a graceful woman stabs and singes, with locks of curly brown hair atop her head. And the first thing I would like to ask, before we get into anything, is Dahlia. What'd you roll for initiative?
I rolled a 12.
Dahlia, as you open up these doors, you see this woman moving with elegance and grace, despite a hindrance to one of her legs, as she stabs and singes one of these zombies. You are looking upon a woman with curly hair, rapier in hand, dressed to the nines for this masquerade, though blood and flesh now smear her outfit. Anna, would you please describe your character?
So the first thing you see, as noted, was the long, long bouncing dark curls surrounding the head of a woman in her late 20s. Then you see an angular, stern face with an elegant aquiline nose. A gold wolf's mask is pushed up above her furrowed brows. She's wearing one of those jumpsuit dresses where the skirt is open at the front and you see the pants. Muted terracotta color. It's long-sleeved and fits a little weirdly, like maybe she's wearing armor under it. And one shoe is a brown boot, but if you have a high perception, you might see the other foot is a different shade of brown and fashionably carved out of wood. She looks fashionable, but not like she's trying to stand out. And as soon as she finishes blasting one zombie with a firebolt, her face lifts straight to you. Are you going to help, or are you just enjoying the show?
Yes. Throw out a holy word to the one nearest to me. If it's my turn, I don't know where I fall in the initiative.
It technically would be. You are
Fierce!
ending the first round of combat, though I do need one roll from Esmeralda. Could you please roll me just a straight D20, please?
Just a roll?
Uh-oh.
Just a roll.
15?
Esmeralda, as you cut open that zombie's chest with the rapier, you pull out and down swiftly before bringing your other hand up with that firebolt. With that motion downward, swifting the rapier down to your side, one of the zombie's arms is now severed off. It flops to the floor, though it is still moving, using its fingers to crawl across the stone, trying to gather itself at your ankle. We now have a severed arm joining the mix as well.
Great.
Though, Dahlia,
Yeah.
you are up.
So that's only a 13 to hit with my holy word.
That is going to hit.
Fierce. Okay. So yeah, just whatever one is closest to me, I'm just gonna throw out that holy word toward it. And my holy word is as I'm like freaking out about these zombies. It's only 6 damage, but hopefully it does anything. And then I would like to, if I've learned nothing from my friends, I've learned that we're stronger together. So if I can, I would like to get kind of like back to back. We can kind of protect each other from this onslaught of zombies, ?
Oh no, it got a nat 1, so it's not gonna go on this initiative. We are moving to the top of the round with the zombie on the north end of this long balcony that overlooks Ravenloft's chapel, as its eyes are fixated upon Esmeralda and Esmeralda alone. It is going to make 3 attacks total, 1 being a bite, followed by 2 claw attacks.
Is this why we don't wander the castle alone?
Who would have thought?
No.
That is a 7 to hit with the bite.
No!
Claw number 1. Fucking Christ. 6 to hit for the first claw.
No.
Esmeralda, roll me a D100 because that's a nat 1 for the zombie. What is happening?
Seems like it's fine to roam the castle alone.
24.
The flow of battle is a little too swift for you, Esmeralda. You are dodging left and right, both this bite followed by the 2 claws. With ease, you are dancing and sidestepping away. After your next turn, you are moving to the top of initiative as well and getting a second turn.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Come on.
With that, we have zombie number 2, who is going to do the flurry upon Dahlia. We have a bite for a 17.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll the other 2 just so we know. 17, 18.
Why are you rolling bad when you're attacking other people, Ryan? This feels personal.
I wish I could tell you. For the bite attack as it comes for your shoulder, that is 2 piercing damage. And I'm so sorry, this one only has 1 claw because the other one is on the floor for 4 slashing damage. The other claw we will worry about upon its initiative order, though we now are moving to Esmeralda as Dahlia gets a nice slash across her stomach as well from this zombie. Esmeralda, it is your turn. Dahlia, you are up next.
I don't like this hand by itself. I'm going to try to stab it in the palm with my rapier. 13 to hit. Come on, a hand doesn't have high AC. Yeah.
It will absolutely hit.
10 piercing damage.
Reaching down and skewering right through that palm, the nerves in the hand begin to spasm before they fully lock up and cease.
And then I will slash at the same zom from which it fell.
You got it.
Natural 1.
Oh, I will have you roll another D100 for me, please.
What? That's for us too? 44.
44.
44.
Your confidence is waning at the moment after that hand fell off. It was a little bit of a shock as you didn't think that this would reanimate itself and come for you. Stabbing and skewering the hand, getting that off your blade, it's just shaking you a little bit too much. You are going to have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Okay.
Though, we're to Dahlia.
How beat up does the zombie that is on my side look? I mean, obviously it's like decaying and dead, but like...
He's still looking pretty good. He has only been hurt by you so far. Though the one facing down Esmeralda is hanging on by sheer threads.
Then I think I'm going to do another holy word, and I'm gonna yell, duck! And I'm gonna try and get rid of the one that is on Esmeralda's side. 19.
19 hits.
I duck! Spears. That is also a 6.
That'll do it.
Yes!
What does this magic look like taking out this zombie?
So her holy word looks like kind of like how her guiding bolt is, where it's like if it's desperate, it's just like a scattering of points of magic that connect as constellations on the target. So that's very much what this looks like. Esmeralda, you would see her after yelling duck and you're ducking, she full Iron Man. It just kind of shoots out of her in that way. And this bright white magic is gonna try to encircle this zombie's head, try and just like...
It's a near full evaporation, decapitating this zombie, but not enough for it to reanimate upon itself as the body slumps to the floor. We are down to one more zombie. Esmeralda, with the zombies not one, we have you at the top of the order with an extra turn.
I'm going to jump up on top of one of these thrones in the air. Pop, pop, try to launch 2 firebolts down over Dahlia onto this zombie. 21.
Hits.
And 8.
Hits.
8?
Yeah.
First one is 10 fire damage. Next one is 14 fire damage.
Whoa! Down to the number. Esmeralda, this one's yours. Take him out.
Whoa! I mean, I already said I jump up onto the throne and just kind of leap, and I'll do a cool like Superman punch in the air that like launches pop pop, almost in the similar like Iron Man-y way. 2 fireballs from my palm.
The smell of burning flesh quickly overtakes your nostrils, Dahlia, as this second zombie falls to the floor, too singed to even try to reanimate any of its body parts. As we are out of initiative.
And I'm gonna like 3-point land
Yes!
on the floor.
Dahlia's just gonna kind of stand a little dazed, slightly flushed at this like show of excellent combat ability, and kind of meekly just be like, are you hurt?
I ignore you, and I reach into a pocket under my skirts and pull out a compact mirror and angle it at you. Do you have reflection?
Yes, I do.
All right, you cannot blame me for not wanting to run into more undead in this castle.
That's so fair. Yeah, I understand. Do you have a reflection? And she doesn't have a mirror, but she like mimes as if she's gonna pull one out.
I angle my reflection at you so you can see it.
Where did they come from?
They were sitting on these thrones, just waiting for a person to haplessly wander in like myself and like you. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I have friends I'm with here at the castle.
Where are they?
They're in a different room.
Can I prick your finger with a dagger? And I pull a dagger out of my boot.
No hesitation. Sure.
I will prick it with a steel dagger. And as long as you bleed, I am happy.
Dark, congealed, slow blood, but blood nonetheless.
I narrow my eyes with the blood. Interesting. Prick my finger as well and show you the blood. No lycanthropy here.
Lycanthropy?
Werewolves.
Oh, I guess it makes sense there would be. That wasn't even really on my radar, to be honest.
And yet you are wandering Strahd's halls with plenty of his allies under this roof.
Yes, Dahlia is very quickly losing all of the confidence that she had when she was like, I'm gonna go on my own. Very quickly, it is dwindling. Were you looking for something?
Yes. I'm looking for a library, a study, anything like that. Do you happen to know what direction?
I don't know where the library is, but I know someone who does.
Ah. And who would that be?
Dahlia doesn't want to say Vasily's name because she doesn't know this person yet. I take it you're not on his team. Gesturing over the edge of the balcony to the rest of the castle.
Well, I am killing his pets. And I'll gesture to the zombies.
One finger twitches, but stiffens back up.
I kick it off the balcony.
Topples 50 feet down to the bottom of the chapel.
And I'm gonna lean over the balcony and look around at the chapel below. Do I see any, books?
You might see some scattered books along the dust on the floor, though nothing of a bookshelf or scroll rack or anything that Esmeralda would be looking for.
My friends and I are also trying to kill his pets and him also. It seems as though you are channeling Zielle as much as she can, channeling Zielle. She does a really not cool at all, kind of a stance happening here. You seem like you can handle yourself, and I think that's really cool. I think we should team up. Smiles her really creepy smile.
Thank you. And what room are all of your friends in right now?
They are all dancing, and the person who knows where the library is was also in that room the last time I saw him, so I think we could probably sneak back in together and no one will know we've left.
I would agree that is probable, although your outfit is a little flashy.
Here, let's go back. I'll introduce you to everyone. What is your name?
She hesitates, looks at your face, tries to read the bottom of half of your face again. Esmeralda Daphnier.
She'll take her mask off so you can kind of see all of her gaunt, pale, ghost-like features and stick her hand out to you. I'm Dahlia.
I shake your hand slowly. What's the temperature like?
Cold. But she has gloves on, so maybe they're just, you know how something's so cold, you're like, maybe it's wet, it's damp, it's so cold it might be damp. Maybe she just has sweaty palms, you don't know, you're not sure.
Dahlia, upon hearing the name Esmeralda, the bells go off.
Ding, ding, ding. You know, Ricky.
The bard?
Yeah, Ricky. Winking really over dramatically.
Yes, I do.
We are working with him.
Ah, really? In what context? For what?
Well, we brought his monkey back to him, and we met his tiger, and we killed some werewolves outside of his tower. We want to get to Argynvostholt, and Ricky knows about that. In the Amber Temple, he said you were going off, and he didn't know, he was like, oh, she can handle herself, and he was very encouraging and supportive of your abilities, and I can see he was correct.
Her face goes on such a journey over everything you just said. 1, impressed that you killed werewolves. 2, shocked that you have all this information from Rudolph that feels like very privileged information. 3, a little oh my god, he complimented me. Oh my god. Wow, he spoke highly of me. He's proud of me. Okay, yes, I would very much like to meet your friends.
Yeah, yes, let's go. I think I dismantled or I activated the only trap that was in the hallway, so we should be safe to go back.
The mannequin.
Yeah, I was very caught off guard because I wasn't thinking about things jumping out at me in a empty hallway in Strahd's castle. You're probably right. I should not have gone off on my own. Come. And she'll turn around, put her mask back on, and start to head back the way that they came.
I will follow.
While all of that zombie fighting and exploring has been going on, we've been at a masquerade. Might I ask, what are you all doing in the meantime? Anything in particular?
If I remember, there was the door that was left cracked open by Dahlia, and I was heading that way.
Correct. You were attempting to go and look through the cracked door to see if that happened to be where Dahlia ran off to, though you got swept up in the middle of the dance floor.
The dance. Yep.
I had been in like an overview spot. I don't remember if we said exactly where that was going to be, if that was by the snack table or if that was closer to the doors or what. But somewhere that was off the dance floor where I was trying to keep like an eye on everybody after Theren's warning.
And Zielle and Theren.
After finishing that big group dance, I want to try to look around. I want to see where Enzo went. I want to see where Alizzato went, and then try to locate everybody basically that is on the floor and seeing what they're doing.
Theren, give me an investigation check while you're waltzing about, literally.
9.
You are able to see Enzo, as he is the one towering over the majority of the crowd here. He's a bit hard to miss in his getup and in his height. The others are a little hard to find. You notice Zielle coming off of the group dance, as she again is very hard to miss in her bright yellow getup.
Gold. There's a difference.
Gold. Apologies. Alizzato, however, seems to be lost amidst the crowd. Dahlia, you have not seen Dahlia. The last you saw of Dahlia, she was going off with Vasily, and you didn't even see her amongst the group dance. No one switched with her to become partners, and there was a lot of switching. She seems to have disappeared.
Shake my head a little bit and go over to the table that I put those 2 drinks down at. Grab them and try to locate Zielle.
Can I do something before I leave the dance floor? She'd probably kind of walk off in the same direction as Theren, since I think they were not far, even if they had different partners. While I am on the dance floor, before everyone has fully walked away, I would like to reach out and use a little divine sense. I guess I'm just kind of wondering, obviously you don't need to tell me exact numbers, but I'm wondering what the, ratio of undead is, as well as it would detect if there's any celestial or fiend, since, we got a demon to worry about and whatnot, so I just am kind of trying to get a reading. It's 60 feet.
Amongst the dance floor, it is a spotty mix of undead. Like a chocolate chip cookie. They are just dotted throughout.
Okay.
As you are exiting the dance floor, you are intercepted by Theren, holding 2 glasses of wine.
Without saying anything, just handing you one.
Cheers?
I will cheers you.
Hey! He doesn't drink though, does he?
Are you having fun tonight?
I think so. I had fun watching you dance.
That was a thing for sure. I apologize for how it may have looked.
What do you mean? You're quite good. Better than I expected, honestly.
I appreciate that. I have to say, you do look vibrant tonight.
Zielle tilts her head, tries not to express the surprise, but it's there in the head tilt. Thank you? Is that a good thing to you? A compliment?
I have the ability to give compliments, yes. Give you a slight cheers again, and I will drink my whole drink.
Oh! Okay, I'll drink my drink. Okay, so normally you're supposed to ask me, but you did the compliment, so I'll do it. Do you want to dance? Please, just one.
I will just take your hand and bring you to the dance floor.
Zielle is scoping a little, but she's also actually excited about this.
Have you seen him?
Which one?
You see Theren is paying very close attention to you, but also trying to, he looks past you every once in a while, eyes just darting here and there, looking around at the environment. Strahd.
No, not since he left. I'm sure he's getting all gussied up. But I plan to see him when he comes back.
You plan on seeing him?
Yes, I figured I'd get a dance from him. So we can talk.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I'm sure it's an idea.
Is that a safe idea?
Was coming here at all a safe idea? I mean, we came here to take a risk, right? It's a risk I'm willing to take if it means protecting you and everyone else.
You're right. I have no right to stop you either.
It's fine. I can dance with Strahd because you'll be here watching, right? You've got my back.
I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
Zielle, who is much better composed than me, even if surprised, I think kind of just offers you a little smile, but maybe for once she doesn't have a sassy response to that.
Thank you for that. By the way,
For what?
All of it, I suppose. The smiles, the cheer, the joy. I haven't had it all since I was a child. You've been the only one to bring it in my life since then. And I truly appreciate it.
Theren, you attract what you deserve. You deserve to be happy. Zielle she gets a little flustered at this point. It's kind of all of a sudden, like you would see, since we're dancing together, you would see like kind of a thought like flicker across her eyes, and she kind of like retracts a little bit. She won't stop dancing or whatever, like that she's not gonna leave the dance floor, but she kind of just like you know her well enough that you'd see that she's kind of just like suddenly all introspective.
At that same time, Alizzato, as you are walking through that cracked double door, or at least just peeking through, you see from a set of closed doors, Dahlia emerge with a woman behind her.
In the hallway on the way, I had like done my best to use like my water skin and the inside of my skirt to like wipe my blood as much clean, and the terracotta tone definitely like helps hide as much as possible.
He'll walk in, he'll see Dahlia and immediately break out of the trance that he's currently in, and then he'll stop and go, duh, and then he'll look over next to Dahlia. And who is this?
This is the woodsy one I was telling you about that doesn't like shoes. Alizzato, this is Esmeralda. Like
Rudolph's.
I like smile awkwardly, put my hand out to shake.
Yes, Rudolph's.
Now he's like trying to process, oh yeah, and here's this person, as he's just kind of went through what he did. So he's going to look over at Esmeralda as she has her hand stretched out, and he's going to grab it like from the bottom in a very unnatural way. And he's going to look to you, Dahlia, and he'll go, you're sure this is the Esmeralda?
The Esmeralda.
Yes. It's occurring to me in this moment that I guess I don't know how to like ask for verification.
I bring up Esmeralda's hand to my face, and I, like an animal, I begin to sniff it.
You get a faint whiff of zombie.
And just immediately just...
And a little bit of like burnt flesh, almost.
Seems that you've spent some time engaging with the dead.
Yes, this castle is full of surprises.
It was most impressive.
Well, if Dahlia likes you, then I don't care. Dahlia, don't go on your own again.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not here to tell you what to do. There is something in this castle that has introduced itself to me, and I no longer wish to remain alone. So, with that, how about we stick to the buddy system? And now you bring Esmeralda, and we'll go back to Enzo, and we'll get the fuck out of here. Or at least start getting somewhere progressively. I don't wish to stay in the dance floor any longer.
I will stay by you, Alizzato.
Thank you. He's kind of like not really blinking, acting like an animal in distress. He's not focusing on what's really sort of happening in this moment with you and Esmeralda. Very well, just stay close and communicate and reach out and all of those wonderful fucking things that Enzo talked about. Okay, come on.
He really is a wonderful man. To Esmeralda.
The two of you killed werewolves.
Oh, many of them, yes.
Fascinating.
Enzo, you notice that Alizzato is spending a bit too much time huddled in this doorway. It's a little odd that he is so focused on just peeking his head through this door, as if a conversation was happening. Though a slower tune begins to take over the audience hall. And the only thing you hear is, "May I?" As you turn to look behind you, Enzo, I would love it if you would describe Sarah to us, please.
I would love to. You see what looks to be a human woman. She's got darker features. She's got her hair pulled back into not a very elegant, but it works very well for her. It's a braid. There is a bit of hair that seems to kind of rebelliously, but also very stylishly, escape from the braid. Her eyes are brown with like flecks of gold. She's wearing a 2-piece dress. There is an open midriff, but it's a high-waisted skirt that kind of goes floor length with slits down the legs. And then the top is sort of like crossed on the shoulders around to the back. She has across her nose and onto her cheek a scar that looks fresh-ish. It's beginning to heal, but it looks as though it's happened relatively recently. She's got these, you can kind of see them as she moves a bit mid-calf. They're fashionable, but they're also very tactical almost looking boots. And she wears an assortment of necklaces. Most of them are brass. One of them is a silver pendant, though, that sort of like drapes down a little bit lower. It's got what looks to be kind of a crest on the pendant. It's a dragon coming out of waves. She stands about 5'7". Her countenance is also very confident. I would say that her brows sort of angle a bit down in what appears to be more of a serious countenance, but I think typically there is a smirk that sort of hints at the corner of her mouth without being necessarily like an open smile at all times.
I have one note to add to her current attire, because as you turn to look at her, you're taken aback for a moment because hiding her eyes is a cardboard, paper mache-esque fox mask.
Enzo, he has at least sort of like a full face mask that's very featureless. It's got sort of like flower engravings on one side of it. The other side of it's very plain. It's just got like the eye holes, but it's been up for a long time as he's been just snacking. Hearing that sort of startles, does that quick swallow and like tries to get anything out of his mouth as he's turning around. He can't help his face splitting up into like a really big grin as he sort of like dusts his hands off on the fur that he's wearing and nods. Of course, yes. I love the mask. And he'll sort of like hold out a hand to her to offer to lead her onto the dance floor.
Thank you. It was a surprise for Mr. Sirius. Come with me. It really is like our wedding, isn't it? I can't catch you with a moment without food in your mouth. Let's dance.
Just blushes red and smiles, walks with her out to the dance floor. Enzo is not bad at dancing. He definitely does not seem like the kind of person that dances at ballrooms very often. He definitely is a little bit more used to maybe doing some jigs or something in a tavern. A little bit more comfortable with shanties than he is with waltzes, but he doesn't move poorly. And I think he is mostly just very excited to be dancing with Sarah. And so he's just flush red the whole time as he kind of tries to keep in step with her. Doesn't want to embarrass her, I guess, is the whole vibe of the way he's dancing.
For funsies, let's do a performance check. And while you are getting that roll for me, Zielle, as this music begins to swell and the love song, quote unquote, begins to start, there are about 2 to 3 other individuals that walk up to you, even close to Theren, trying to palm up, get you on the dance floor for a dance for this softer song.
Well, Theren, are we still dancing?
Yeah.
Because I assume we were on the dance floor for the song before?
Yes.
I didn't stop dancing. I mean, unless you stopped dancing.
What type of song did it go from?
It was a little more upbeat and swingy, whereas this one is much more mellow, much slower.
He's pulled her in close and has his head almost like over her shoulder.
Every time a suitor comes up to Zielle, clearly making herself the radiant being of this ball, they are quickly met with the eyes of Theren over her shoulder. And you two have your moment together. As we are going to move back to Enzo quick. As you guys make it to the center of the dance floor, you're only a couple groups away from Zielle and Theren. Even on a slow turn, you'd be able to see them dancing very closely. And may I ask what your performance check was?
It's a 9. Very strong 9.
It's made up for the fact that you are dancing with someone that you have known for a very long time. You do this routinely. She's able to pick up where you fall, match your steps where you may goof. As she rests her head upon your chest, you know I can't do this often, but the music, and you're all gussied up, and you were shoving your face full of appetizers. My big guy just looks so dashing.
I wasn't going to dance, but it's really great to have you here. I miss getting to dance with you like this.
It's been a while.
It has been. I see we should go to terrifying balls more often, I think.
Let's worry about you getting home first, shall we?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about me. I think my friends are in more trouble than I am. They all have ideas of grandeur and plans they want to do by themselves and whatnot. I'm good by the snack table.
I never once put it past you to trust a group of strangers on a whim. At least I know you have a smart head on your shoulders. It's just I worry about you and I can't help it.
I'll be fine. If I don't do this, Astrid has to grow up in this world and I can't let that happen. Takes a hand and he'll just take like a thumb. He's pretty big, clumsy hands, but as like, I think softly as he can, he sort of like traces the bottom line of the scar as it comes across her cheek. He just looks at her very softly, which I think for him, again, every emotion just kind of looks like furrowed brows, but he softly just says, something has to change. And I think this is our best shot. I don't know. They're insane. They're absolutely insane, but I think...
Sounds like the usual company you keep. It's okay.
Yeah, less shanties, which is disappointing, but, you know, I guess it happens.
It's just... Why do you always have to be the one to put your big guy pants on?
Oh, I don't know. If somebody's got to go do something stupid, that's kind of in my skill set.
She chuckles and she pulls away from you quickly. She grabs on your jacket and gives it a little ruffle. I'm gonna miss you. I don't have much longer, and we're only gonna get to see each other maybe one more time in Vallaki before you go.
Yeah. Tell you what, I could write you a letter or something from wherever we go. I'll be back as fast as I can, you know that. As good a company as these random strangers are that I've met, they don't quite measure up to you and Astrid, I won't lie. So, as fast as I can be, I will be. I promise.
She reaches up, ruffles your scruff on your face. When you make it back from this, what if we just go? You, me, Astrid, and we just go.
Destination nowhere, hit the road, see where we land? Is that what you're thinking? He's sort of like grinning at the idea.
Why not? There's gotta be so much more out there, and if you find yourselves to be the one to end this, who knows what lies beyond the mist?
When she says that, he just smiles, nods.
This was nice. I'll see you back home.
Yeah. You will.
She releases your hand, though it begins to turn into this almost black fog as the shape begins to twist and form anew.
Is there a moment as that's happening, just like cup her face? I'd love to give her a kiss before she leaves.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
As she's starting to disappear, I think I cup her face and just give her a very long kiss. I guess if the dance is not quite over as she's disappearing, I'll turn to look at Theren and Zielle after this moment.
It was longing and loving, a hint of worry, passion, and hope. Though as she takes form into a very small, mist-like cat, we move back over to Theren and Zielle during this dance.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I feel like that's exactly what is happening. They're both just like, they're just dancing and they're both having like a million thoughts. And if you don't say anything, I think it's probably almost imperceptible because we're dancing, but it's probably slow enough that you could maybe feel the slightest bit of a like tremor from Zielle, or you could feel her heart pounding. You saw the look on her face right before like we started this dance.
Yeah.
And she'll just, without pulling back or anything, she does not want to pull back. She does not want to look you in the eyes right now. She'll just say, and she sounds probably You've seen Zielle pretty sad, but about as sad as you've seen or heard Zielle. Theren, I'm not who you think I am. I don't act the way I do because I'm kind. I do it because I want to be liked. I'm selfish and greedy, and because of it, I will lose anyone who does like me. And I don't want to lose you.
I was not planning on that yet. I don't think any of us are.
You act like it sometimes.
That is my own flaw. It's something I learned throughout the years. I've always lost everything I've gained. And the second I gain something good, I get scared. The one thing that I currently have seems like it's leaving me. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't want to lose it. And I am sorry for the way I act and the things I do, but it's what I must do. And you do everything in your power for what you think is right and what you think you need to do, what you know you need to do. So don't feel bad for being you.
She doesn't say anything.
He's going to take his hand and grab yours and hold it up a little bit. Put his other hand on your hip and pull you in closer. We can't forget, though. We can't lose sight of our current goal. Keeping Strahd's eyes upon us is our job right now. Remember? But I can't go further without letting you know. Tonight, your radiance has warmed my soul, Zielle. All eyes here, they're all blessed by Suni to set their gaze upon you. A star as beautiful as you should be shining brighter, though. Let's fix that. And I'm going to hold my arm up, spin her away from me, and as I do with my hand on her waist, going to cast light on her whole gown.
She smiles. Big.
And I hope that catches some attention as well.
Give me an intimidation check.
Whoa, that's what you want.
Oh, you want the two charisma players to do an intimidation check?
And you've got inspiration. That's all I'm going to say.
How's a 22?
22 works. As you spin Zielle, eyes were upon her already. She was sought after, especially for this slower dance. She sticks out both in radiance of her dress and radiance of her personality. And you excelling it even further, all eyes upon you two, even Enzo now, as he finishes his dance. Seeing this bright beacon of sunlight amidst the middle of the dance floor. The envy, it's sweet. She's all yours. And they know it.
Are there any other eyes as I look around, watching her?
Give me an investigation check.
17?
Is there anyone in particular you're looking for?
Strahd.
The eyes of Strahd are not upon you right now.
Do I see everybody else around me within the group?
You definitely see Enzo. Enzo's in the middle of the dance floor, a couple groups away, now on his own. The others are emerging from a door, though they are a bit huddled as they are on the outskirts of the audience.
In the middle of dancing with Zielle, guide our way over to Enzo. I'll whisper into Zielle's ear, don't go far. Trade her off to Enzo really fast in the middle of the dance to try to get to the others on the edge of the dance floor.
With one palm leaving Enzo's hand, it's easy enough for him to take over a nice slow dance with a friend. As Theren, you spot the group huddled over by the staircase. Though you see a new addition to the group standing close, as well as a woman walking up towards Dahlia. As we move to the rest of the group, not only do we see this woman walking up towards Dahlia, there's also some mechanical shuffling heading straight for Alizzato. On the floor, Alizzato, you see a small-looking man, though as it gets closer, you're not looking at a man at all. More of a mockery of one. This thing is not flesh and bone. It is a mix of dyed leathers stitched together around a mechanical frame that is articulating as you hear the soft tumbling of gears and mechanisms clickings as it looks up to you, sensing that you are a little distraught during the masquerade itself. And for entertainment, leans back and outstretches its hands, and it has 3 torches in it, and just looks up at you and tilts its head.
Alizzato, like, looking around, makes eye contact with this thing.
It's about 4 feet tall. You are giant compared to this.
All right, lad. Go on ahead. Go over there. Just trying to shoo it off.
It puts the 3rd torch in its hand, so it's holding all 3 torches in one hand. And with a snap, its 2 fingers open and fire begins to come out. And it gestures at you once more.
Oh, magic fucking fingers, huh? Look at you. And I just lean down nice and low. What I would like to do before I say this next thing is, can I get like a, not so much as an insight, but could I potentially, actually, does it seem like it's alive?
Oh yeah. It is moving. It is gesturing. It senses your emotions. Roll me insight.
All right.
Esmeralda, you were also close enough to witness this being.
I am very focused on the bright light dancing couple in the center of the room and trying to like get a gauge on what their deal is. Very suddenly out of the corner of my eye, I see like a flicker of flame or something. And I look and it's very much my hand goes up in the office like, fuck. It would be like a startled meme. Kind of jump and sidestep away from the thing.
Alizzato, what was your insight?
22.
This being seems alive as much as it can be for something made of pure machinery. Though it can sense your downtrodden nature, it can sense that something's wrong. You feel that this small being wants to entertain you, to turn that around, and make sure you have a good time at the masquerade. It looks like it is offering to juggle flaming torches for you.
What the fuck is this?
Alizzato immediately whips back to Esmeralda. That's exactly what I was fucking thinking. And just like a ferocity over it comes his eyes, and he just looks at it and then looks back to Esmeralda and goes, I think he wants to fucking juggle or something. Being in Valaki for too long with a forced smile on my face does not bestow upon me the grandeur of this opportunity to be mocked and ridiculed by this fucking thing. And Alizato's doing that thing where like he keeps looking down at the thing but doesn't want to engage. I'll look at the thing, that's what we'll call it, and I'll look back at Esmeralda and I'll go, do you care to be entertained?
No, I'm not here to be entertained.
Alizzato just kind of like gets all of the sort of energy to him and he just goes, wonderful. Then you heard it here, lad. The lady and I do not wish for you to do whatever it is that you're going to fucking do. So maybe go, over there. Point to somebody else that's standing on their own. And then I kind of do like a very weird but rough, like attempted pat on the shoulder or on the head. Like a, go on, chap.
Pure metal as you touch this being. It has a jester cap imprinted into its head. And as you are looking down upon him and going about this speech, this yell, you can see the torchlight from his fingers slowly dim as his one arm holding the torch is just slowly releasing, and you can almost feel himself sink into him.
When I touch him, I want to grip terra firma.
Ooh.
And see if I can gather any memories of what the hell this thing is.
Roll me, is it wisdom for terra firma? Is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom check.
And how deep are you digging?
I want to go surface level to see what the fuck this kid wants. Who was he? If he is some tormented soul now stuck here in perpetuity, then I'll engage in a different way. But very much right now as a dismissive, no, dual income, no kids. Like, let's go, kid. Thank you, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that saving throw.
Ryan,
Yes.
maybe this will work and that's fine, but if this is what I think it is, then Ollie was there when we heard about it, so I don't know if he could do another roll as well.
I'm going to lower the DC a little bit.
13 plus 4, 17.
There are 2 things that you get from this. 3, actually. As your hand touches the cold metal of this small being, there is a very quick flashback to Velaki, to Blinsky's toys. Just a vision of the outside, the storefront, one day as you were walking past the store. Another seems to be from the perspective of this being, as it is laying down, and you can see a vague shape of a man hovering over it, hammer, screwdriver, tool belt, all adorning his waist, as he is working on the inside of his chest. And the third thing is a waddle from this being's perspective, going up a spiral staircase. Very dark, though covered in stone.
When I tap its shoulders and it's starting to do the like, aw, I'll just kind of hold it and then I'll go,
You know, I'm not one for shows nor presentations of talent. But you know who is? That one right there.
and I point over to Enzo.
He is one that very much could appreciate a nice pick-me-up.
He cocks his head as you point and you say Enzo. He returns to his upright nature, almost reinvigorated. He turns and notices that Zielle is now being handed off to Enzo, and he shuffles over to the side, waiting on the outskirts of the audience. As Dahlia, you had a woman approach you. She taps you on the shoulder, loops arms with you, and begins to walk towards the dance floor.
Hello? Hi, who are you? What's happening?
She giggles and she starts to sing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and nudges you.
LMNOP.
You didn't have to finish it, silly. You already said my name.
Dahlia freezes. Dahlia starts shaking. What? 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 What the? What? And she's gonna turn Elle toward her, touch her face, and like touch her arms, and like, what is she wearing? What does she look like? Does she have a mask on? Elle, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh my god!
She is. You see a woman. She is a moss-covered mask. You see small mushrooms that release this glittery spores whenever she blinks, though the mask does a poor job of hiding her olive skin. She wears a gown made of silk with flowers that almost bloom as she moves with the music. Except you see that her dress is torn in certain places.
There's this like surge of energy and charge as she like sweeps Elle closer to her and kind of wraps both arms around her as they're dancing and swaying. Upon noticing all of those things, particularly the torn skirt, and then she looks down at her own dress with the gash mark across her stomach. I think both of our seamstresses are going to be very upset with us.
I was wondering where you ran off to, Moonsy.
Where did you go? Where have you been? I knew you were alive. I knew it.
Oh. Baby, I'm not here. You know that, right?
What? Elle, what are you talking about? Where have you been?
You look sick. What happened when I left?
You missed a lot, Ellie. I don't know where they are, the others. I know where Rowan is, but I don't know where Maury is, or...
I don't know either.
Where have you been? Kind of pulling her closer and being a little more hushed.
She reaches both arms up and pulls you close,
I put my hands on her face.
swaying back and forth with you. I don't know. I hear you sometimes.
I hear you sometimes.
Sometimes I feel you talk back. I don't know where you are. I don't know where the others are. I don't know why I'm back here. But I think it's to see you.
I think that's a good reason. You look beautiful.
Me? Look at you. And she grabs your hand off of her face and pulls you out and twirls you. I needed to look at the whole thing. Come on.
Ellie. I'm glad you're here regardless. I have friends. Would you like to meet my friends? They think I'm crazy. They'll know I'm not crazy. Finally. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
I don't know if I'll have time for that.
What do you mean?
I missed you.
I miss you.
I feel there was a lot left unanswered between us.
I would agree.
Well, she shyly avoids your eye contact.
Also avoiding eye contact. I don't know. I just feel like I was really grateful for your friendship. And for you and your everything.
Can I say how proud I am of you?
Not without me crying.
You're still here.
I love you, Ellie.
I love you, Dahlia.
Blush, 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 blush. And that doesn't have to be like anything, but I just...
Oh, no. I didn't mean it like... Well,
yeah,
unless
I mean, I
but-
mean, like, it can be...
Okay, well...
I'm just glad you're back. And we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I get to hug you again. It's been a long time.
Me too.
You're very cold.
I'm sorry. I'm cold now. I used to not be, and I'm cold now. You're warm. Is she warm? I'm going to say that whether she is or not, but is she?
Roll me investigation.
Oh! Dirty 20.
She doesn't feel like anything. In fact, Theren, as you drop off Zielle to Enzo, you see Dahlia dancing alone, twirling herself throughout the crowd.
Do I see her do this too?
You would as well, especially seeing as she just left your group over in the corner.
I walk in her direction.
Dahlia, as you are in the midst of your dance, Elle leans in. Wait, before I forget, there's one thing I have to tell you. There's something about a Morning Lord and Cade, and at that moment, Esmeralda grabs your shoulder and spins you around, and it's nothing but a fleeting memory.
And I'm dancing with you now. Are you done playing music box?
I'm looking around, and I'm assuming Elle is gone with the wind.
Nowhere to be seen.
So sorry. I saw a very good old friend. My person was here, so I wasn't expecting that.
You were absolutely alone. I hope you know that.
What? No, they were just here. She had to go.
This castle plays many tricks.
You didn't see her?
You were dancing alone.
She was right here.
No.
The library.
Yes.
Just 1 second. I'm gonna cast Sending on Vasily.
Ooh. What do you need to do for that?
It's somebody I know, somebody I like recognize. 25 words or less. And they have to be, the range is unlimited.
Oh, then hell yeah.
Fierce. Hey, silly. Question for you. Do you know where the library is? Also, hope you are having a great time at the ball. Say hi.
And does he have a restriction on how many words he can send back?
25.
There's a slight beat. I wish I could tell you. My guess would be the upper floors.
While that's happening, we're still dancing, but she's like, just one moment. And her eyes go completely white. Her entire body just kind of goes slack. She's still moving with you, but she feels more like a marionette than anything else. As she kind of goes slack, her jaw kind of goes slack, and the upper floors, completely back. The library is on the upper floors.
Well, I wasn't exactly expecting the basement.
Well, then I guess we should get going.
Yes.
Who's coming with us? Do you know if...
Your barefoot friend.
Good. Okay. Are you sure there is no one here?
Quite sure.
Shall we? And she'll kind of hold her arm out like this.
Yes, let's take a punch break.
A punch break? Like we're punching things?
No, like the drink. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Enzo, while you are dancing with Zielle, you are able to spot Esmeralda arm in arm with Dahlia, though I don't believe you have met Esmeralda yet.
No idea what's happening.
Though they are heading straight for Alizzato, and the three of them together begin to descend the stairs back from whence you came.
They seem fine, right? Dahlia seems cool with it.
They were chipper and arm, so...
Great, but buddy system is working, so I'm happy.
All right, we are going to start with the three of you exploring the castle.
Oh my god, please don't die, guys. Please don't die.
Yeah.
I feel so bad if you die while I'm dancing.
You three find yourselves back on the first floor, the entrance to Castle Ravenloft to your east. You noticed and you remember that when you came in, the double doors to your west were ajar. You couldn't see too far in as the light didn't spill that far, but they were open to you. To your south, there is the dining hall. Alizzato could tell you that opposite the dining hall doors was a hallway with a spiral staircase that leads both up and down. As well as Dahlia, you could make out from the overall structure of the castle itself that this hallway most likely leads to the bottom floor of the chapel.
I'm going to point toward the staircase going up and turn to Alizzato. Vasily told me that the library was on the upper floors. Esmeralda needs to find the library, and I think we should aid Esmeralda in her journey. What do you think?
Alizzato kind of stops, looks around, and just grunts. I'll just sort of look around, make sure there's nobody in the hallway. I'll rip out one of the leaves. I'll split it in three. I'll place my hands on the shoulders of both Esmeralda and Dahlia, and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Fierce.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
God bless you.
I take it you guys would like to do some stealth checks as you begin to head towards the staircase.
Yes.
Bro, come on.
Hit it.
Plus 10 to them rolls.
Oh, baby.
24.
17.
34.
Jesus
34?
Christ. Oh my God.
You know, yeah, mine was like a 37.
As you guys begin to walk down the hall, off to your right, Alizzato, you remember being in this dining hall, not only overlooking the brunch that the rest of the party had here, but also through the eyes of a Lero. Long, long ago. You sat at a table yourself. Though as you exit the hall, and you begin to make your way off this offshoot hallway, you get to this spiral staircase that you do indeed see goes up and down. Dahlia, for a moment, you feel a pull going downwards. Like something is drawing you down the staircase. Whether it's a fleeting moment of, you've done this before, you've been here before, or just a longing that this is where you belong.
Let's go up.
Yes, of course.
There are fluttering torches in iron sconces that illuminate the entirety of this spiral staircase, though you can feel that chill wind rushing up behind you. It almost kills the heat of the torches itself as you begin to ascend. Though as you make it to the landing, as you have ascended your first floor, you see ahead of you is a closed door as the spiral staircase also continues upward.
One moment. I stop at the closed door and I pull out my mirror compact to angle it at Alizzato. Reflection?
Yeah.
Is this part of what you do?
Yes. I try to avoid vampires in disguise. Can you blame me?
I like it. It has style.
I snap it shut and I pull out a dagger. May I prick your thumb?
Alizzato presents a very... Actually, because we dressed up, it's clean. So it's a clean hand presented to you.
I will prick it, see if it bleeds.
Yeah, regular blood.
And then I will just squeeze my thumb that I already pricked earlier. A little low blood up.
Dahlia does too.
Yes, we know you are good.
Sorry.
All right. I suppose it makes no sense to skip a floor, But I guess we could go up and hope that the library is open-doored.
That's true. We can take our chances. Maybe we find another open door on the landing of the top of the steps. Or, fuck it. We open this door and we begin.
I say, fuck it.
Dahlia.
Yeah.
Look, I may be a creature of savage and druidic taste, but I don't want to be a negative influence on you. You don't have to curse.
No, I said it earlier completely of my own volition. It was crazy. And I'm going to open the door. I'm going to put my hand on the door handle and open the door.
Dahlia, as you open the door, you see this room is filled with dusty scrolls and tomes that line the walls. There are more scrolls and books scattered over every inch of this floor, as there are around 4 heavy wooden chests that fill this study. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the door that you are now pushing open, as well as you can see another on the opposite side is a closed door directly ahead of you. You see in the center stands this ornate great black desk, and you can see a figure crouching on top of a stool, facing away from the door that you are currently walking in from. He's hunched over and you can see him scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. And you see next to him, there's a tasseled rope that hangs from a hole in the ceiling, though he is feverishly scribbling, hunched over gargoyle style on top of this stool. This figure, upon hearing the door open, turns, and you see a long black beak with dark raven feathers tucked underneath his small brown leather vest and tie. A chain drapes into his pocket and connects to a small monocle placed on his right eye. This Kenku turns to you, puts one feather up so as not to disturb his math as he continues to mumble numbers to himself.
Okay, well, if he got that there had to be... Where is the 12 missing gold pieces? Bastard.
I'm just going to lean over to the Esmeralda. I think this is the library.
It very well could be. I'm gonna just delicately step inside and try to glance down at the floor to see any titles of books, any text that is legible.
Give me an investigation check as you enter this room.
Guidance.
That helped. 11.
As you begin to peer around, this floor is a mess. It is covered with scrolls and books and tomes all scattered out. There is no organization to the clutter that lines this floor. As you pick up one book quietly, you just see numbers. There are various locations throughout Barovia next to these individual numbers. You can see Velaki, 756 gold. There's others where you pick up a scroll and it's a contract with payment and Strahd's signature at the bottom. This seems like bookwork.
Anything Amber Temple, AT, anything like that.
Nothing that you would be able to find in this clutter right now.
I'm watching the Kenku.
And nothing happened when Esmeralda picked up the books or the parchment on the ground or anything?
Nothing. The Kenku seemed to look at you, and almost like you were disrupting his work, he scoffed at you.
I'll just kind of look to Dahlia and I go, do we engage or do we move on?
I say if this isn't what we're looking for, it's not worth getting into a fight over. So maybe if Esmeralda can find what she needs, we can just leave. Pacifism.
Do I have enough of a sense of direction of this castle to know what floor we're on?
I would say so. This seems about the same distance that you would have climbed given the marble staircase off the Grand Hall, originally where you entered up to the audience hall. You could gather that you're on the second floor.
I gesture my head towards the door. I assume this is where your friends are dancing. But I will tiptoe around the books, trying not to step on any books, trying to be very quiet, not disturb the Kenku, and just kind of search around, reading more texts, seeing if anything changes.
Nothing seems to change. You do see a couple ledgers of different rewards I guess you could say, that Strahd accumulated through his various sieges. Just making notation of what and how he acquired certain amounts of his wealth. And another thing, as you begin to walk around, you notice that there is a chain leading up from the wooden desk to the Kenku's foot.
Is the Kenku still busy and focused?
Scribbling away.
Counting.
Oh, yeah. It does not seem like he has any interest in interacting with you, though he did not shoo you away entirely. More so a shush.
As you're doing what you're about to do, because you went further into the room, Alizzato stepped into the room a little bit more, just to kind of like follow her lead and see how far she's willing to go. But if I may, I'm just sort of in the back of my head preparing the web spell, just in case that Kenku gets a little fast.
Noted.
I will kind of whisper, but loud enough for the others to hear. Valdome, are you okay?
Never better.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
14.
It was very much you go into work and you ask your coworker how he's doing, and it's living the dream.
Oh, dude.
There's no sadness. It's more of a, I can't believe I'm here. There's no dread. There's no hatred. It's just another day.
Would you like assistance with your anklet there?
Oh no, this keeps me tied down so I can actually finish my work.
Okay. As you were.
Please put that book back.
Oh, yes.
I have this place organized to a T.
Drop it right where it was. Very carefully.
Appreciated.
And tiptoe towards the exit.
Excuse me. Pardon. Do you know where the library is?
This is my library.
Like the big library with the other stuff.
No.
Okay. Thank you. What's your name?
Leaf.
Okay, we will not bother you any further. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Lee.
Enjoy the festivities.
I go to leave.
Shut up.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Inspiration.
So good.
Can I just take one last notice of whatever the rope was that went through? Does that seem like a rope perhaps that could be tied to like some form of like alarm bell or something? You know what I mean?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
12.
It looks hefty. It is a larger sized rope. It looks like it is meant to pull something of weight.
All right, then I'll just kind of wait until Dahlia and Esmeralda come back towards the door, and then I'll close the door as I'm looking at that rope behind me and then close it back.
I wordlessly gesture up.
I'm gonna fall in step with Alizzato.
Did you hear him say his name was Leaf?
I thought he said to leave.
No, I said, what's your name? He said Leaf. Can I start calling you Leaf? I thought you would love that name.
Like the leaves. If it makes you happy, Dahlia. Sure.
Not in a rude way, but it's sort of in a dismissive way, gets back to walking up the stairs.
As you guys begin to ascend the stairs, wondering what might lie on the next floor, we're going to go back to the masquerade hall.
Ooh.
Enzo, as you are chatting with Zielle upon the dance floor, you are softly interrupted by a hand on your shoulder. Excuse me, I was wondering if I might be able to accompany Zielle with a dance.
Turn around, brow furrows. Who is tapping on my shoulder?
Who is it?
You see the emerald green, gold gilded shoulder, and long shoulder length white hair of a man.
Turn back to Zielle and just sort of like cock an eyebrow as like a question. Like, do you want to dance with this guy or?
It's fine.
I will give him a look, but I'm getting out of the way.
He lifts one hand up, bows, outstretching his opposite arm, hoping that you will take his.
I will take his hand, but as I do, I will say, wouldn't you rather go somewhere more private? I want to have a talk.
Where to?
Surely you know someplace quieter.
Sure. As he begins to guide you towards the stairs, he takes you down to the first floor, off a offshoot hallway and into the dining hall, where you see there are plates of hors d'oeuvres and wine lining the table, as if this is meant for the servers to store the food here while they wait for the next meal. Why not the place we first met?
Why not? Is anyone else in here right now?
Not at the moment.
All right. I would like to pin him to the wall, like with my forearm. To be clear, she's not trying to hurt him, but she is trying to like, make a show of strength a little bit. I don't need half friends, Vasily.
And where did the other half lie?
That's what I'm wondering.
I feel I have been nothing but kind to you, Zielle. Where was that misplaced?
She drops her forearm. You have been kind to some degree, but in another time, in another place, this would be fine, but currently I have enough people who would die for me and enough people who want me dead, so I don't really have the time to deal with somewhere in between where I'm not sure which side is closer.
I understand. Does that mean there has to be more? Why can't we just enjoy the night together?
You know how many people died the night of the feast?
I do.
If you knew anything about me, you knew that your warning would not stop me. It was too vague and there was too much at stake.
I could not say more in the moment. I thought that might be enough. And now you see that my words hold true. What happened in Vallaki was a tragedy. It was put in place by Strahd years ago. It was going to happen eventually, whether it was you or some other helpless soul who got those bones. If that is what's weighing you down and making you mistrust me, I'm sorry. I came with a good heart and good intentions, in hopes that it might perhaps sway you into holding off.
You said that Strahd isn't all bad. Hundreds of people died, Vasily.
Hundreds more have also died. Thousands, under the time that I have been in Ravenloft myself. It's not going to stop, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Why?
I'm just one man. But look at you. I saw something in you the first time you came to Castle Ravenloft. Something that I haven't seen in the countless nameless faces that have entered this hall, just to wind up dead at its doorstep once more. You're still here, Zielle. That says more about you than you know. And I fear there's a reason that you're still here. One that you might not even understand or know how to deal with. And if there's something that I can do along the way, so be it.
Fine, a couple questions then.
I'm all ears.
What do you know of Cade?
He begins to get a little irritated, a little held back. All I know is that him and Strahd have some deal, some agreement. To what started it and to what ends it, I do not know. But I know they are intertwined with one another. In some way, shape, or form.
Strahd does not seem happy with that.
He does not. He curses Cade.
I wonder then who is our true enemy? Is it Strahd or is it Cade? Perhaps removing one might remove both of the problems.
One can hope.
Can Strahd be distracted from his obsession with Irina?
He has chased Irina through every lifetime imaginable, ever since Tatiana. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
Not even if someone of great talent were to attempt to persuade him.
You are more than welcome to give it a try. Color me a bit jealous if that happens, but it's worth a shot.
I have to do what I can to protect my friends. And besides, I'm not beholden to you anyways, so you can just be jealous.
I have been ever since you stepped foot in the dining hall. I thought it was the brutish one that I had to worry about. Turns out there's two of them, isn't there?
Seem to like the brutish type, don't I?
It suits you.
Speaking of, where is Tanis? What did Strahd do with him?
His body is here. He said a funeral was to be had.
Oh, I must have missed my invitation in the mail.
He was a bit worried with how you left the body.
We left the body.
I mean, it was under your care.
Zielle just grits her teeth at that one. Okay, fine. Last question, maybe. How do we get you out of here?
If you want an answer to that. And he snaps his fingers. And you can hear slight orchestral music play throughout the dining hall.
Oh, God.
We're here. You pinned me against the wall the second we got in here. Make it up to me.
Well, for that fancy little trick, I suppose that we can have that dance.
The candles along the table light with a golden flame as the orchestral music flows throughout the dining hall. I don't know how I get out of here. I just assume whenever Strahd's gone, I'll go with him. You don't have to worry about me.
Why just resign yourself to that? Why not try?
I could. I don't know if my conscience could allow it. Being side by side with the devil for so long. I'm just here to wait out eternity.
Forgiveness is out there for you, whether it's yourself or a god that can offer that, or people you care about. It does exist. I thought that I was beyond saving, but I was wrong.
Well, if I make it out of here, then you'll have to introduce me to whatever god or goddess can find redemption for me.
I'm a little biased, but Suni would love you. You're quite pretty.
I've heard you talk of her before. We'll see. Now, do you have any other questions for me? Or can we just enjoy a moment together? Seeing as I don't believe you will be back in my arms anytime soon. If it happens, I'm afraid I'll get a stake through the heart from that one upstairs.
Sorry, I didn't have any more questions, but now that you mention that, a stake through the heart, are you...
I assumed it was obvious. But I'm glad you could look past that. It's nice to meet someone that doesn't focus on that entirely. Just because I am who I am doesn't make it my entire being, my entire presence.
No, it doesn't. You're still Vasily.
As you twirl throughout the dining hall, it's nice to have a moment together, even through the tension. Well, since it might be our last night, can I kiss you?
Why? You could kiss anyone.
Anyone doesn't live up to you. That's the problem.
Zielle, lean in for a kiss.
As you lean in, he takes your arm and he spins you into a graceful dip as his eyes, piercing, gaze longingly into yours. And he brings his hand up to your face and perfectly mimics your jawline as he pulls you in close. Only to turn your head and whisper into your ear, "Good luck." As he tilts your head to the sky as his mouth meets your neck. And you feel it. A pinch. It's burning, yet euphoric. It's sharp, yet you feel power coursing through your veins as it washes over your body, dripping from your neck as it runs through your bloodstream all the way down to the bottom of your feet. This moment feels like an eternity, but also time itself seems to jolt forward at a rapid pace at the same time. As Vasily pulls away, you can feel the exit wounds and the blood begin to drip down your neck onto your collarbone. Drip, drip, drip onto the floor, one after another, until a small pool forms at your feet. and you see it. What was once only seen by you, Zielle, behind your closed eyelids the night before you killed your husband, now reflecting in the pool of blood. The blood moon. The dining hall itself around you begins to meld like static amongst the Gothic architecture until they are completely gone. Vasily himself fades as you find yourself upright, standing in a puddle of blood. As it begins to expand across the floor, taking Castle Ravenloft with it. Only to find yourself standing atop the pitch black waters of a lake. A throne looming in the distance, with a being silhouetted atop its majestic dais, blood moon framing him in the horizon, as two large feathered wings unfurl from his back at the sight of you, and slowly come back to rest at his side. Zielle Ziathri, Paladin of Suni, Sunbringer of Vallaki, Hope of Barovia. We finally meet. And for today, that's a wrap.
Bitch.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
Thank you all so much for listening. We will pick this back up in 2 weeks
Oh no.
upon the pitch black lake. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
See you later, gang.
How am I supposed to watch Severance in peace now?